In this video, we're going to do an extended look at the WPCodeBox code snippets plugin for WordPress. As a quick reminder, these videos are not sponsored. We are not paid in any way to do these videos, and there's no affiliation, so there's no affiliate link situation going on here. We're doing this just as part of our partner membership program, which is 100% free if you want to get signed up as a partner and have videos like this done for you. And also the final bit of housekeeping is extended videos like this are for solutions that we have previous extensive experience with. So we can talk to the various features and our experience using the solution, okay? Or service or whatever whatever the entity may be, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and poke around the WPCodeBox website, and then we'll look at the plugin itself, okay? So I have known the founder for quite some time. So if we go here under the About page, you know, Ovidu is a really good person, very responsive, amazing support. You can be confident in whatever it is that he is providing. The WordPress ecosystem is a trusted resource and something you should check out, okay? Let's take a peek under pricing. This website has actually undergone a recent design change, so I think it looks really good. So you've got options here for plugin and packages or cloud only. So it looks like in the cloud only, you can store your snippets up there in the cloud. Or if you come over here, you can use the plugin and the packages, which includes the cloud. And he's got some nice lifetime unlimited options there. We got a 30-day money-back guarantee, which is extremely generous. Some trusted reviews. These are legit reviews from people. You can trust that. Let's see, what else do I like to look at? I like to see what do we got going for documentation. So we've got a nice documentation library should you need it to level up your skills or just to get through an issue that you're facing or what have you. And I know from personal experience that when you go to get support for WPCodeBox, you're going to be in good hands. All right, so I'm signed into my WPCodeBox account, and we're going to go ahead and go over here and look at the feature, which is, in this case, Cloud Snippets. So as we see here, there you can add a snippet right here from into the cloud. You can also create folders to store your snippets in. And we see here, I've got some folders with some code snippets in there. All right, let's go ahead and back out a level. API keys. This is a way for you to manage your different levels of API keys, whether it's you've got the default key, which you want to turn off, in my opinion, by default, and then you want to create custom keys. So here we've got a cloud read write, plugin updates only, and then just a cloud read only. So depending on the different levels of security that you want to have and features that you want to unlock for your sites or for your client sites, this is how you could do that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the cloud read write key there, and we're going to jump over into our website and go to WPCodeBox. The only thing I've done prior to this video is install the plugin, nothing else. So we're going to go over to the top right here and click Settings. Now I like to bring this view over to the left. That's just a personal preference. So I always click this little layout here and shift it to the left. So under Settings still is the secret API key. We're going to punch that in. Again, that gives us the cloud read write option. We're going to go ahead and save this. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my screen so we can get that cloud piece in there. It looks like it came in right before I refreshed, but now we see that those cloud snippets are there, and you can manage those just like if you were logged in here into your cloud snippets area. Okay. So let's say that you wanted to pull down a snippet for, say, hiding your WordPress version, just coming up with something random. Let's type in the word hide and see what comes up. Okay, a few. Let's try version. I don't know if I knew how to type. Let's type the word version. There we go. What about this one? WP hide WP version. So if you click on this cloud icon, it's going to go ahead and bring that down to your local workstation, or sorry, your local website. And it's there located under local snippets. Now let's say you wanted to make a special change to this snippet that you didn't want to replicate to your cloud version. So it's something unique to this website. You can then come in over here and you see that this cloud icon is there. That means it's linked to the cloud. So you can right click and unlink it from the cloud. So now whatever changes you make here are unique to this website. Okay, and you could perhaps upload this if you do some significant change that you want to save and have available to other sites. You could then rename this to version 2.0, if you will, right click on it and then choose upload to cloud. Okay. But when you're ready, you've made your changes and you can easily enable the snippet by doing that toggle right there. Okay. Let's go back over to our account and we'll come back over to WPCodeBox in a bit. So we've covered the cloud snippets, API keys. Let's look at WP Codey. What this is an AI tool that does a number of things. You can take your code and as it already is, and you can punch it into this one, which will explain a WordPress code snippet. This one will help you modify. This one will help you explain an error. So that's a really cool thing. And then so that's it with like existing code. Then you can come over here and generate a new code snippet, or here you can generate a new custom PHP condition. So that's a really, really cool tool. This is an alpha stage, as the notice down here gives you. So pay close attention to the output of the code and probably don't use it in production, at least not right away. And then anything that you generate, you can go up here under My Generated Snippets. And once you're logged in here, you'll be able to see those. All right, so let's go see if we can go back here. Here we go. Let's close this. And then we've got the download. So just, the various download versions of the different products here. Okay, so if we go into here, we can see now that we can download a stable version. You got a nice link to a changelog. All kinds of good stuff there. All right, let's dive back in and look at this plugin. So as we saw, you can search across all of the titles of your snippets. Again, I'll just type in woo here. There we go. And you can see all the snippets that have the word title, the word woo in the title. When you're ready to delete a snippet, if you ever want to delete a snippet from your local workstation, you can right click on that, delete snippet. As you saw, you can clone. So let's say I want to pull that one back again. I'm going to search for the word hide. Let's pull this down again from the cloud, that same snippet. Let's unattach it from the cloud just for fun. And then let's say we want to call this 2.0 and we want to save it. We don't necessarily need to enable it. We've made some changes and now we're like, maybe we want to clone it. Right click, clone snippet. That can come in there. So really, really nice stuff. Let's go ahead and just delete both of these again. And undo our search so we can get back. Okay, so what else can we look at? Looking at a code snippet itself, as far as a creation, let's just do new snippet. Let's just start with a CSS snippet to keep it simple. And let's say we want to apply a CSS code snippet to just our home page, just for the sake of brevity here. Let's just say H1, and you see how when you type, WPCodeBox helps you create code too. It doesn't just rely on you to input stuff. So if you're new to code, this is a way you can also, it's kind of a learning tool at the same time. So let's just say H1 bracket. Let's say we want to do a color. So we have the nice color swatches coming in here, auto filling, auto completing, whatever you want to call that. Let's say blue, we select blue. So now all of our H1s will be blue, but again, let's say we only want to apply this to our home page. We can come down here under the conditions builder And we're going to say when all of these conditions are true, apply that color to our H1s. We're going to click add condition, and we're going to say, we're going to hit the drop down where it says, we could do current post is, and we could type in home. All right, and then save and close. Save and enable that. Now, anywhere that those H1s are likely going to take on that color. Now, you may need to adjust the code to hopefully not put an important in there, but maybe you need to. But let's just say home page CSS, whatever you want to call it there. You can put a description in here. You can choose how to render it, whether it's inline. If you don't have a ton of code, inline is just fine. If you have a ton of code, maybe consider it in an external file so it can be cached. You can minify the output if you want. Auto reload change, that allows you to auto reload what this code is going to do. But there's a nice, got a URL 404 there. I have to let Overdue know about that. But it auto reloads the code on the front end for you. So that's a really nice thing. Where to run the snippet, we're going to, depending on your situation, you may have to adjust this. Sometimes I find you need, like if you're using a page builder, for example, you need to put it in front and footer so it fires at the appropriate time. You can adjust the snippet order for priority. And again, this conditions builder is highly, highly, highly powerful. You can get super, super granular in a lot of different ways. But we see here under code snippets, we can do PHP, CSS, CSS external file, SCSS, SCSS partials, ls, JavaScript external, HTML, plain text, or JSON. Okay, lots of options there. And then obviously, depending on the type of snippet, it's going to give you different types of options of like where to insert and things of that nature. If you need to grab a snippet from the community repository, you can come up here and click that icon, and you can do a search and see what other people have provided to the WPCodeBox community, if you will, and provided some code snippets, and you yourself can provide those as a way of giving back. So you've got the repository right there at your hands. Let's do a search for, looks like they've already got a tag for Woo, but you can do a search, do the word change, and that's going to come up with the word change in any of the titles. That's really cool. Let's go ahead and just pick one. Let's custom excerpt for password protected pages. So that's good for SEO. Okay, so we just check it out, take a preview, click this download snippets button here. That brings it right down to our local workstation where we can rename it, make adjustments, clone it, all of that stuff we've covered here. Let's see, under settings, what else do we have? We've got the API key, which we covered. You can download UI settings from the cloud, upload UI settings to the cloud. So if you want to sync your preferred settings, you can do that. You can adjust the font size. It's good for accessibility. Default editor theme. You've got lots of options to change the editor appearance. Good stuff. You can wrap long lines. So if there's a lot of code across one line, I'm sure you know what that means. You can wrap it so that code just doesn't run off and it's just off the screen, and it just it's formatted in a nice way on a new line. You can show the code map. You can move WPCodeBox to the tools menu. So right now you see it's over here at this, we'll call it the root level, if you will. But if you want it to appear here under tools, you can check that box. If you want a prompt before uploading to the cloud, you can check that box as maybe a safety measure. If you want light mode, you can uncheck the enable dark mode option. Really cool stuff. All right, now we're going to get into some really awesome feature. If you are a plugin developer, provider, for example, this is a really cool feature. So come up here under functionality, plugin settings. this isn't actually the plugin creation tool. This is another super powerful thing called the functionality plugin. So as it says here, when enabled, WPCodeBox will save your code snippets to a separate plugin and execute them from there. Code will not run from the database, so it won't run from your WordPress database or from within WPCodeBox at all. So it creates this separate plugin. You can actually eliminate and take WPCodeBox off your site if you want and just use this functionality plugin if you want. I definitely recommend going out to the WPCodeBox website and reading up on that. Okay, this is what I was alluding to a second ago. Let's delete these snippets here just because. Let's say you create a snippet, and let's call this CSS for plugin. All right. Let's change the type to CSS and just go ahead and save. That's good. Now let's say we need, for part of that plugin, we need some PHP. All right, let's do PHP for plugin. Okay, save that. Let's say we needed some other random, well, you know what, we'll just leave it at this. Let's leave it at this. So what you can now do is just come up here under this icon that looks like a plug and say generate plugin from snippets. Let's click that. All right, let's call this my new plugin. You can give it a description. My awesome plugin rocks. We can say the author here, InfluenceWP. This is version 1.0. And then you choose all of the snippets that are part of this plugin. So we're going to go ahead and just select all, so we've just got those two custom ones we've created, and choose generate plugin from selected snippets. Just like that, we have a new plugin. Now we can go over here under plugins, add new, upload that new plugin. Now we see we have the ability to activate, and here in our plugin table, we have the title of our plugin, we have our description, we have the version, and we have the author. And you can do additional stuff here, just like you see here with WPCodeBox, where you can link to details, link to the author, link to the plugin site, and so on and so forth. Super, super, super cool feature of WPCodeBox. And I've used this myself to create and distribute plugins. So really, really neat feature. It's helping you create code, store code, apply code in a performant way. It's a monetization feature where it's helping you generate plugins that you can distribute, resell, like whatever the case may be. It's a learning tool. It's a snippet storage tool, and it's just definitely one of my favorite plugins out there. And yeah, highly recommend you check out this plugin. I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, if you want videos like this done for your solution, it's 100% free to sign up to be a partner. InfluenceWP.com. See you in the next video.